Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. is my in-studio guest this evening. We're talking, of course, about healthcare and a little bit more about GMH. We got the new CFO that's going to be starting here, I think it's Monday. The governor has signed off, AG and governor, so the green light to go ahead and start. I think it's Monday that he's going to be starting. A systemic problem. I mean, we may have a great money cruncher. I mean, I can't believe that we don't have any great money crunchers here in Guam, but a great money cruncher may look at the figures, may have some corrective figures, but how would a CFO correct a systemic problem, Senator?
Yeah, I don't, I respect what the the board, the administration wants to do in getting a new administrator, new CFO off island. But I've said it that the problem won't go away with bringing in, a new individual. You're right. There's a systemic problem, and we need to go get at the root of the problem. We provide service to people there, regardless of their ability to pay. So we're going to have to find a dedicated revenue source to be able to subsidize the hospital. We're going to need to be able to collect what's due the hospital from insurance companies, from Medicare and Medicaid, and from our local government as well.
You know, we were talking about this on the breaks under in regards to the hospital when you have a systemic problem, and how do you react to the market when you have again, to be profitable. You know, other companies look at this as a company. If you look at a product out there that's really selling like hotcakes, iPad. I mean, someone will want to get the Apple products, okay? And you're reacting because people are buying a lot of stuff. I mean, yes, we're having a lot more heart surgeries now than we've had in the past, and we're reacting, but we can't act fast enough because we just don't have the revenue. We definitely do have the, as you say, customer base, because almost on a daily basis someone is going to have a stent or bypass surgery. So we have that. That can be done out here, and you could make money basically. Right. You look at the business entity of that, you have that built-in base. But in a private entity or public entity, you can't react to market forces as fast as, say, a private entity would.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why from at least the 2 years that I've been in the legislature and oversight with the hospital, there's been several groups coming in saying, look, Senator, we've talk to the hospital. We want to be able to introduce like a service. One specifically just recently was wound care. There was a group that's come in and said, look, we're able to do this. There's a doctor here that's licensed already, and so I know the hospital now is pursuing that. But that's what we're going to need to do, is partner with private individuals, private stakeholders, to see how we can make this happen. Because you're right, we can't do it on our own because it's just not possible.
And we see more and more, and you're seeing more and more things in the past where we didn't have the population base, you didn't have that customer base basically to have it here. We're seeing now more and more that these things happen now. I can't think maybe of one family who doesn't have a family or two that has had heart surgery one way or another. Okay, and so glad we have cancer treatment here now as well. But again, and that's provided more by the private sector. But on the public entity and the public hospital, it's very hard to react to the market out there because of the bureaucration.
That's right.
And the procurement and all that, and the challenges, and then just in general, again, the pay schedule in regards to what one can get in the private sector versus the government sector.
That's right. And Senator, this morning I was over at the new hospital. They had a topping off ceremony. Sure. And so, it's really good because, people have said, well, this is going to compete with our hospital. It's not going to be good. I look at it, overall picture, it's going to be good for our people. We're going to have a place, where we'll have state-of-the-art equipment. We'll have the specialties here. However, I've been asking, and I'm going to continue to work with our hospital, our local hospital, to say, now's the time it's an opportunity to work with them to see how we can get them to assist us in building up our hospital, our public hospital.
But competition is good.
That's right.
But competition is good. The reason why I'm sitting here with an iPad and an iPhone and being able to get these things at a lot less cost at this point, because there's more than one company. that you have an option to go with and what kind of devices you can have. It creates good customer service. They give you a good product, and they have to for you to be a loyal customer or customer to them. And if they don't give you that, you go to somewhere else. So competition is good. Competition is good. And when you have a monopoly in healthcare, as we had here, look at people. I mean, you're the committee chair on health. How many people have come knocking and saying, "Hey, I got this complaint, man. From A through Z."
That's right.
Some of them may be correct. Some of them have been proven to be not as correct as they're stating. But in general, there are a lot of complaints. There are a lot of complaints, and we're 2012 going 2013, and we shouldn't have healthcare like this right now. It should be a lot better. Why do our folks have to go off island for healthcare? Why do kids have to go to other schools other than their own public schools? And we have it here, but we have a systemic problem.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest pain that I have is when I see families that have to leave, and some of them can't afford to bring everyone. Of course you want to bring your daughter, your children, right? Sometimes it's just the one spouse that goes with the husband that has to go get a major surgery. And then during the healing process, you need the family to be there to help you recover. And when they leave off island and the family's not there, that's what pains me. And so one day, I was talking to the, the group that the off island medical referral group. I forget what they're called, but they have a picnic down in Ipa a few months ago. I told them, it's a dream, but it's a dream that I know that we put our efforts together, it'll happen. And soon, this hospital is going to be the start of it.
There we go. Hey, we come back. Let's talk about the 32nd Guam legislature.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you.
Be right back.